Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Happy Sunday, happy Victory Sunday to everybody. Look, you guys already know it is go time. It's on and popping. It is on and cracking. We got some things that we got to go over. Several different things have took place since yesterday. Listen, I was too lost in the sauce. That game got done way too late. I had to go to church and give God some glory and some honor and some praise because, look, he has been too good to me. So I was lost in the sauce today. So here I am now. I'm doing the recap. And we're going to touch on a couple of things. We're going to do the recap as well as we're going to talk about a couple of recruiting things. But I am going to put the link in for those who wants to come in. As usual, you guys know the call-in show. It's been going good. Big salute to everybody. Those who want to tap in, I'm going to let you guys express yourselves like we've been doing. And you can put your camera on or put your camera off either way. But look, I had an opportunity real quick before I put that link in. I had an opportunity just to reflect today. And I was sitting there thinking, and I don't know if you guys even remember this. I was sitting there thinking while we had a little bit of adversity taking place, there were several people saying, fire Lincoln Rally. Hey, fire Lincoln Rally. And I'm saying to myself, have these people lost their mind? Have they lost their mind talking about fire Lincoln Rally? And we all, look, all of us knew that all he needed was a great defensive coordinator. But to say and suggest that Lincoln Rally is not the right guy for the job, it blew my mind. Do anybody remember that? And so now we fast forward back. Let's fast forward all the way forward, rather. Let's fast forward and look where we at now. This is the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. Listen, I was at church this morning and I was so happy just to, while I was giving God praise, I was saying, thank you, Lord. We finally have a good football team again. We finally have a team that's not just good on one side, but we got a team that's balanced. It's one thing, and we'll talk about all these games that took place yesterday, because I'm going to tell you guys this, and I'm not being a homer on this one. I'm really not. I feel like USC is and let me pull this up while I say this, because this was actually an Ohio State fan that commented on me on my comments from a show yesterday I did. This was an Ohio State fan, and he says this. He says Ohio State, if you guys can see it here, Ohio State and USC are the two most, let's see here. Ohio State and USC are in the Big Ten championship. He says Penn State, Oregon, and Michigan are questionable so far. And look, my thing is this. If an Ohio State fan can recognize this, why can't others in the country recognize this? Look, USC, as I was stating, in my opinion, is the most, other than Ohio State, I would say Ohio State is with that. Ohio State is one of those teams that's balanced just like USC. But when you're talking about balance on both sides of the ball, USC is, offense, defense. We really don't even see, we see our backups coming in now. Our backups don't even seem to have like a lot of drop off. And I think it's straight up go time when you're talking about that. And one of the things that I wanted to see coming into this game, and I'm going to start addressing everybody in here. I'm going to put this link in here too. One of the things that I really wanted to see was that how was it going to look when our backups came in? And I told you guys that I wanted to see some backup linebackers. I wanted to see Rajon. I wanted to see some other guys come in. I wanted to see some freshmen come in. I love what I saw from a guy like Brian Jackson. He's one of my favorites. I love what I saw from Marion Peterson. I love what I saw from Quinn Joyner. I love the running backs as a whole. These guys absolutely perform. Woody Marks, man, look, man, Woody Marks is that guy that we thought he was going to be. Woody Marks consistently runs that ball. He's physical. He's not the tallest, the biggest, but look, the guy runs extremely hard, and I love what I see for Woody Marks. And as the running game goes, listen, everything else goes. And we saw this running game absolutely move and groove to another level. Like I said, Quinn Joyner looked very good. And just to even see Marion Peterson and Brian Jackson in there, those two guys, they showed you that, look, man, hey, don't forget about us. It's like they waved their hand in the classroom. They waved their hand in the classroom and said, look, don't forget about us. We still here. We got it on the popping. We got it on the cracking. And so here's the thing that I really want to point out about this game that really stood out to me more so than anything. Most people will say the defense, which the defense absolutely did. Anytime you shut somebody down like that, Big J, hey, thank you, Johnny, man. Hey, look, I put that link in here if you want to tap in, man, if you want to come on, big dog. I appreciate you, though. Hey, Christian, what's the word? Defense is looking great. Hey, look, if you want to come on in. I put that link in the chat. What was I saying? And thank you for the super chat. What was I saying? Oh, one of the things that stood out to me was that the tight ends, listen, last year, I saw some of the same tight end routes. Now, you can say what you want. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not doing any of that. But tight end going up the middle, I promise you. I saw it yesterday. I saw it last year. And Miller Moss, once again, was hitting those. Let me take this first call. Miller Moss was hitting those tight ends. Christian, what's the word, my man?
Hey, man, loving what I'm seeing, big dog. Loving what I'm seeing.
What stood out to you yesterday, man?
Man, it's unfair to the offense because there's a lot to stand out with the offense, but I always got to start with the defense because the turnaround is just so amazing, man. And it wasn't just the starters. I was figuring, hey, we get into the third, fourth quarter and we start dropping off, our starters and all that. They might get a score. I really wasn't gonna count that score, but Cam Fountain looked like he's gonna be a beast.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't know. He went up there, man. Him and Coach Lynn, man. They did some type of dance, handshake together. Man. They was getting it popping on the sideline, and I'm like, hey, that dude look like he's the business, though, man. I mean, he really looks like he's the business. And what I like about it, because high caliber guys like a Cam Fountain, and just other guys. Even the other guys that are sitting on the bench that probably feel like they could start, I'm not seeing guys that are having a pity party on the sideline that are not starting. You get what I'm saying? I see guys that are enthused. They patting their brother on the back that are out there, and then when they get their turn, it's vice versa. Everybody's showing love to everybody, and this is what I'm talking about when we talk about chemistry on the team and then team unity. That didn't exist last year. I believe it was just more. It was more. Other, guys that just really wanted to do their own thing. And I think that's what we were. Honestly, that's what Oregon's facing. But I'm gonna get into that a whole nother time. But yeah, man. So you was feeling Cam Fountain?
Man, really, I just called his name out, but it was no drop off offensively or defensively. So that's really what I mean. The starters went out. I mean, Jaden even came in. Had a Caleb Williams play. We seen him drop the ball, roll out right. We see how strong his arm is on the run, throw a 20-yard dart. It's so encouraging. You got the shades on because the future is bright. Our young players can play.
I gotta have them on right now, man. Yeah,
like our 2s, 3s, and 4s. I mean, they can start at other schools. Like, so we got the depth. We're not having no drop off.
And what's crazy is like I continue to reiterate and tell people like. It only takes a good coach, man. It takes a good coach to tap into an individual's potential. Like everybody, there were some that said, and I was very high on this 2023 class. Some guys from the 2022 class, but 2023 class in particular. And I knew that some of those guys were good players, even the guys in the 2024 class. And to have these coaches come and unlock potential and really bring it out of these guys is just a good feeling because I even seen guys like Devin Tompkins, oh my God, that guy, he continues to get.
God.
He could. Yes. Like what in the world? What in the world got into Devin Tompkins? This guy is really playing some ball. Yeah, yes, it's coaching, and he's looking like just between. I don't know. I'm impressed with both of those guys, Devin Tompkins and Anthony Lucas. Like Anthony Lucas, the way he just looks like. I mean, it's like I'm not even looking at the same person right now. It's unbelievable.
He's looking like the 5-star. He's looking like the 5-star we brought him in and hoping that he would be.
Yes, but he's playing. These guys are playing with such confidence right now, and I'm just like, man, this cannot. Am I dreaming right now? This don't even seem real. Like just seeing these guys out there, it's like these guys should be on other teams, but they on our team, and I thank God for that, man.
And I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to be serious. I seen this a lot last night and game one. I'm gonna ask you two questions. Part one is, when was the last time you can remember USC defenders tackling one on one in open field? And the second is, when was the last time you remember them tackling open field and the second and third body rallying to the ball right there as well?
It's
It's
been
been
a
a
long,
long time.
it's been a long, and you know the thing about it, I think the one guy that stands out to me is gonna be Kamari Ramsey. Like when I tell
Yes.
you this guy is as advertised, Kamari Ramsey is that dude, man. Like I see why he had all these accolades coming into the season, because what he does on the field and how it translates to the field is unbelievable. Like this guy closing speed is so fast. I put a tweet up last night because man, Kamari Ramsey is that dude. And the thing, you look at him, you don't think he's like that, but man, once he put that helmet on, it's like that dude turns into a different person, man.
Yeah, man. And it's a lot of times I thought they had a bubble screen wide open and he erased that quickly. Like by the time the ball
Very
got
quick.
there, he was there. He was
He,
there. It looked like
yeah,
it was open at first. To the wide
yeah,
receiver screen, Oregon likes to run a lot of those. Ohio State like to, and to have a safety coming downhill like that, that's a for sure tackler. Man,
yeah,
it's crazy. And to see him come off that edge when he hit the quarterback, oh man.
man. And so this Utah State team, this wasn't a team that's just they got some athletes. Bryson Barnes, everybody knows that was the quarterback that absolutely destroyed us last year.
Pig farmer.
Yeah. I mean, he destroyed us. And so, even that little player that they had, White, we rarely even see. I saw him get a touch late in the game, which lets me know, because he's actually their star player, which lets me know that we were locking that guy up. He couldn't get free.
Yep.
We were guarding them guys like a blanket. So we didn't see White as we did, when they played against Robert Morris. Robert Morris, that guy looked like he was Carl Lewis running up the sideline. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm telling you, I'm excited. And, somebody in the comments earlier today, they said, Jay, don't get too excited. Hey, listen, I'm getting excited. I'm going to get overjoyed, and I'm going to call it for what it is, because right now I see a team that is truly disciplined. We don't see him making a whole lot of mistakes, a lot of just crazy, unnecessary stuff. But we see these guys out there just really playing disciplined, sound football, and football that, very, very, very physical. And the technique is just unbelievable. And, Eric Gentry, I don't even know what to say about him anymore, because this guy is absolutely running out there like a chicken with his head cut off. And he's just going crazy. He's balling. What's your thoughts on him?
Man, to be honest, we can't keep him off the field. He's balling, man.
That's a whole nother. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, you're right.
He is balling, man. I mean, every time he's causing mayhem. I mean, it's in pass defense, it's in the run, it's in pressuring the quarterback with that length. He's balling. And one thing I love last night is the first quarter, Utah State, they come out and they was hitting them quick 5-yard passes, 5-yard passes, 5-yard passes. And they had a sideline reporter, and they asked her, "What are you hearing down there?" She said, Henny brought the D-line together and said, "Hey, he's getting the ball out of his hand in 2 seconds. Stop your rush and start putting your hands up." Gavin Mark puts his hand up, turns to an interception. That's what I'm talking about, coaching them up on the sideline, making adjustments. Man, we ain't had this in a while. That's beautiful to hear.
It is, man. Well, look, my brother, I got to take this next one, man. But, hey, you always welcome. I really appreciate your support, man. Appreciate everything, your contributions and everything, man. Fight on, my brother.
Worries, Fight on, man. Fight on.
All right, my brother. Keith, what's up, my man? Let me fix this real quick. All right, there we go. Keith, what's the word?
What's going on, Jay?
What's the word, Keith? Hey, man. Hey, Keith, man, what you took? I know you being a Trojan, man. You've been on that field. You played on that field.
I played against that team.
You played against Utah State.
42-7.
You guys won that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I had wet fingers and I dropped a pick 6.
Oh wow! Hey,
just before halftime.
Man, I think we were texting back and forth during the game. Me and you were texting last night, I know, but I want you to kind of express to everybody else, like, what were your overall thoughts, man, from what you've seen? Like, what was on offense and then on defense, what really stood out to you?
Defensively, man, as long as that D line keeps pushing and making and causing trouble, man, they put on a lot of pressure last night, man. A
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of pressure. I am
yeah.
really impressed with that D line. I expected nothing less from even when we were talking on the off season. The D line is going to be trouble, and the tackling has gotten way better
Way
each
better,
week.
man.
Oh man, each
Yeah,
week I expect the swarm to get even worse, man. Sharks in the water. Look out.
absolutely, absolutely. Who'd you like on offense?
The tight end. The tight end.
Yes,
The tight end. Oh my God, he got off last night. Even with that one little fumble, that
yeah.
one mishap. Other than that, man, he had a great game.
The tight ends were, and that's one of
All
the
the
things we
tight
didn't
ends
see
did.
last year. Yeah,
All the
they
tight
they
ends
they
had a great.
they, they bought out. What you think about Jaden Mayava, the second string quarterback?
I can see why it was a tough decision. Hey, look out! After
Hey,
after uh, after Miller Moss wins the Heisman,
yeah,
guarantee you Jaden's is going to win it right after him.
yeah.
It's going
Hey,
to be
did we see flashes? That was literally flashes of Caleb Williams, man. Like that whole movement that he did and to come back. Like I knew he was athletic, but I did not know he was that fast. I mean, to be that big and fast, that's crazy. Keith, you still there? I think you froze up on me, man. Man, let me. You might have to cut Keith. You might have to come back in. All right, let me get him. Hey, look, those who are. Let me. He might have to come back in. I think something is wrong with it. All right, he might have to come back in. But look, those who are I put the link in the description. We just talking about this game. What were the things that stood out? I told you guys the link is in the chat. But I told you guys the tight ends was a big one for me. Jada Mayava, I was highly impressed. And look, for those who think that it wasn't a battle, I think it was a battle. I think the intrigue, Lincoln Riley being intrigued by his legs is probably what really added to that really thing being close. However, the way Miller Moss has, and I want you guys to hear me close. Let me say this clearly so nobody get it twisted. I think the thing that intrigued Lincoln Riley was the way Jaden Mayava literally looks like Caleb Williams moving in that pocket and making the runs. However, on the flip side, I think that Miller Moss, the way he just stands in the pockets and really just Miller Moss has got so many receivers involved, and I'm gonna go over these numbers. We'll take a look at this. Miller Moss just sat back there and literally just boom, 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 boom. He gets so many receivers involved compared to what it was last year. And I'll just give you an example. Like it was Brandon Rice for the most part. We can call him out, Mario Williams. But when you're talking about Zach Branch, when you're talking about Makai Lemon, Jacoby Lane, Deuce Robinson, Kyron Hudson, Kyle Ford, like all these guys, Zachariah Branch, all these guys are touching balls. And so the ball wasn't being distributed like that. And that's no knock on anybody. I really want to emphasize that because I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to put a knock on anybody. But to me, the ball, the way it's being distributed, everybody's getting a touch. The tight ends are getting the ball so much more than what they got it last year. It was almost, I think it was to the point to where somebody was asking me like, Jay, I don't even know why we recruit tight ends because the tight end doesn't even. Oh, hold on. Somebody else came in. Let me get this real quick. Man, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Yeah. How about them Trojans, Big J?
Hey,
How
what's the
about them
word?
Trojans?
What's the word,
Man.
big dog?
Oh, man, I was loving it last night, man. We
Man,
was
what you like
super,
from me?
man, everything. We was getting them in all aspects of the game, man, from specialty to
Yeah.
defense to offense, man. We was hitting it on all cylinders last night.
If I said what on offense, which offensive player stood out to you and what defensive player stood out to you? Which ones?
For sure, the whole offensive line, they grew
Yeah.
up last night. They grew up last night.
Hey, they did something that a lot of people say that we couldn't do, which was run that pill, run that ball, man. They
Yes,
say we
sir.
can't do it, but they dominated.
Mhm. Yes,
They
sir.
dominated.
All,
And
all,
yeah, I
all
agree.
we, all we needed was just that little get that feeling of being able to push the ball. Now we should
Yeah,
be able to carry that
absolutely.
to upper. All they needed was just that one night. Now they got the feeling. They know now they can run the ball. If the passing ain't working, hey, we can go to Plan B, run the rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. And I love what I see. Woody Marks, number 4, that dude is a monster. He's a beast,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Yes,
what he was
sir.
doing, but I'm happy. I'm happy about him. I'm happy about Quinn Joyner, but I'm really happy about the other guys, and Marion Peterson, and then Brian Jackson, the freshman. They showed they got some wheels too, though.
Everybody got to eat last night.
Everybody.
Everybody got to eat.
And that's
Everybody.
the, hey,
Even the
that's
water
the
boy got to eat. Even the water boy
everybody.
got to eat.
Absolutely,
Everybody and their
man.
mama got to
Hey,
eat last
hey,
night.
hey, hey, everybody, man.
We
So
was
tell me
going through it
who
like cornflakes last night, boy.
hey, but you know what? It's early in the season and it's only gonna get better and better and better. Like this thing is really this is the beginning of the season. We open up against LSU. We've just really started to find out who we really are, man. So like on defense, who'd you like?
Man, Tompkins, all that, man, everybody, Lucas, man,
Man,
all the players all the players that everybody was talking about. Everybody, they put their name out. They on the map now. They on the radar now.
but
Everybody.
I thought they said we didn't have no depth.
Oh, we got depth for days. We
Hey,
got hitting
the
depth. We got backup depth.
we got back. Hey, look, Deanton Lynn made a comment at the beginning of the season during the interviews. He said USC. He said I believe we have more depth. Now a lot of people thought he was lost to the sauce. Probably thought he was lying. But listen, that man had no reason to tell a tale. He absolutely said it, and now it's starting to show up. It's starting to show up big time, man. I'm gonna take this other call. But what's the last things you want to say before you get up out of here, man?
Man, Michigan better watch out. We coming. We coming.
hey,
They
we're
better,
gonna talk about
they better watch out.
it.
We coming.
We're gonna talk about them, man. Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, look, I appreciate you tapping in, man. It's my pleasure to have you on, man. We're gonna take some more calls. Hey, but big dog, stay blessed and fight on, man.
I'll fight on, Big J.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, let me get this. Where did he go? Where did he? Oh, he disappeared. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. All right. All right, Keith, are you there?
Hey, man.
All right, what's the word? What's the word? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm having a
man.
little technical difficulties. How's everything?
It's good, man. So yeah. I just wanted to get your take on both sides of the ball, man, because I know you know football. You know, being that you did you block out again?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Jay,
Oh yeah.
what was the question?
I wanted to get your take on both sides of the ball, like who really stood out to you, man, and where do you see this thing going right now? The new AP poll came out. I feel like they did us an injustice too, man. They got us at
Oh, they're
number
always going to
11.
do us injustice.
Yeah. It's
Don't
pretty
ever,
whack.
don't ever look for the rainbow until it's we get over that hump.
Yeah.
When we're 4-0, when we're 5-0, then we'll start making noise and start complaining when they do us injustice. Right now, don't even sweat it. It's small
Yeah.
potatoes, man.
No doubt.
They're still in denial.
They are.
Yeah,
But you know they about to find out, man. You watched that Oregon game, right?
I watched that garbage. Hey, man, Oregon is overhyped.
I think they have a chemistry problem, man. That's I really believe that. And they got between them and Ohio State, they got the best rosters. In the transfer portal, they pay for these guys, but you got to be able to put these things together. You know what I mean?
They got this attitude like we're Oregon, lie down.
Yeah.
And that's going to catch up with them because Boise State don't fear Oregon at all.
They don't, man. That running back went crazy. I think he had 200 yards rushing.
Yeah. Who gets 200 yards rushing on Oregon?
Boise State.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, Quinn Joyner ran his butt off last night.
I was happy with Quinn Joyner. I was happy. I think he had 80-some yards. I think Woody Marks he might have had right around 100. And then I was
I think he had
happy.
like 140.
Yeah, I was happy with the freshman, Brian Jackson, and then Amarian Peterson. Both of those guys showed that they can get in there. No real drop off, man. I was extremely happy with that. And as you stated, the tight ends, the way they were being utilized, I'm just like overjoyed with what's taking place with all these guys right now, man. They're showing a lot of maturity right now.
And Miller Marsh showed, okay, if you're gonna stop me from going deep, I'll just pick your part underneath.
The dude is he's like a silent assassin, man. Like he just really, and he doesn't mind getting hit and staying in the pocket. I will say this though, I don't like him staying in the pocket too long, but Miller will stay there and get the ball off, man. And hey,
I tell you, man,
so many guys are being involved.
Watch his eyes after he makes those ridiculous completions. Watch him. He's like, okay, I want another one. It's like an addiction, man.
Yeah. But
watch
he has
his
no
eyes, folks. I'm telling you.
What's crazy is he has no expression on his face. It's like you don't know if he's happy, sad, but he's just going out there, boom, boom, boom. And I like that, man. Miller,
what I
super humble.
That is like he's already thinking 5 plays ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
5 plays ahead. That's what I get out of that. He's a chess player.
Yeah, and that's how he's able to hit these guys super quick, man. I mean, once he gets the ball, it only takes him. I think I brought this stat up to you guys last week. 2.5 seconds, Miller Moss holds the ball in his hand, opposed to last year with Caleb at 3.5 seconds. That's an actual stat that came from PFL. So look, Miller is literally getting that ball out ASAP.
Right, because as you know, I coach and I teach my linemen. I tell all my linemen, I said, the quarterback's got 3.5 seconds to get rid of the ball. You got 2.5 seconds to get to him.
Yeah, absolutely. In 2.5 seconds, that's when he's getting that ball out.
So you're not going to get him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, yeah, man, Big Keith, I definitely appreciate it. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Rankings are whack. USC should be ranked higher. Hey, absolutely. I totally.
Don't sweat the small stuff, folks. I'm telling you, when you get close to the playoffs, they're gonna have to rank us up higher, but they're not gonna want to. But they're gonna have to. There's no doubt about it. The defense is gonna hold their own. Have no fear. Defense is here.
Absolutely. Hey, Michael, thank you very, very much.
Hey, Jay, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it.
Okay.
Calls, bro.
All right, I'm gonna take some. Hey, love you, my brother. Hey, I appreciate you, fam.
Hey, fight on, folks.
Fight on. All right, big dog. What's the word?
What's going on, Big J?
Hey, it's Victory Sunday, man.
Man, that's right. So this is what I don't know if anybody else is recognizing this, but Braylon Shelby, Cam Fountain, along with Anthony Lucas, but man, those two guys and Jade Abasari, they look like they overtower everybody on our defensive line. They so damn big.
They are monsters, man. But look, this is some of the things that I was trying to tell everybody when they were crying about our class. I'm like, bro, have you really looked at this 2024 class and the guys in the 2023 class? We got some dudes out there, man, that can really go. Cam Fountain, Braylon Shelby. Yeah, but everybody looking at the stars, man. Look, I got USCJ recruiting services in my mind, and I call it the way I see it. And you gotta, if a dude is suspect, he can't play, I'm gonna call it. But if I see a dude that can play, I'm gonna tell you can play. And look, these dudes can straight up ball, bro. And we could definitely appreciate the coaches, man, for really tapping into these guys' talent, man.
Yeah, I think I would love to see Braylon Shelby starting on the opposite side of Anthony Lucas, because I noticed when both of them in at the same time, oh my God, they put so much pressure on those O-lines.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And when Jai gets in, he just throwing everybody around. He ain't playing with nobody. He like, yo, I'm gonna let everybody know what I can do. I'm only gonna get a few snaps. I'm gonna let it be. You gonna feel this. You gonna feel this snap.
No, real talk. Like, we really have a defensive line, and then don't forget about Devin Tompkins. Like he's looking
Oh my
crazy too.
God. Yeah, yeah. I
He
can't
looks
forget
like a
about
man
him.
child.
Is he playing defensive tackle now?
No, he was. I thought I saw him on the outside. Well, he's playing. It seemed like he go back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I'm like, wow, man. He just
Yeah, he's
and
doing all kinds of stuff, man. Yeah,
I love that we got Nate Clifton. I was excited to see Marcellus get in there.
yeah.
Branch got up in there.
I saw
Um,
that. Yep,
Desmond Stevens, he got in there for a little bit.
yep.
I was really happy about that. This the only concern I have is that when I watched Eddie Mayava in the pocket, when I saw him scramble do his thing, I was like, wow, that's Caleb 2.0 right there.
Yeah.
Just 6'4". But I just want to know like how comfortable he is
In the
distributing the
pocket.
ball in the
But see,
pocket.
that's. I don't know if you heard me. Like the point I was making about those two. I see after last night. I see the intrigue with Lincoln Riley on why the
Yeah,
quarterback battle was kind of tough based on his running ability because it looks like Caleb Williams. However, I see why Miller won the job because Miller will stay there all the way till he gets hit. Now I can kind of
that's
argue
true.
that he stays in there a little too
A
long,
little too
but
long. Very much
but
so. Very much
but
so.
I love the way Miller is getting so many guys involved with this
Yeah,
on the passing attack. Like it is last year, we could count on one hand how many guys: Brandon Rice, Mario Williams. We could count the guys who was getting the ball, but we're talking about Zachariah Branch, um, uh, um, Jacoby
Makai,
Lane, Makai,
everybody.
everybody. All these guys are getting Kyle Ford. Everybody is getting the ball right now, and to me, it speaks more to Miller Moss of. I think he's seeing the field different, man. That's what I think.
Yeah, you know what's on offense? My favorite position on offense is the tight ends because when they hiking that ball, they picking up them blitzes. I mean, they laying wood on linebackers off them edges. I mean, they catching balls. I mean, I love it. You know, I wish I was happy to see Walker Lyons get in. I wish we
Yeah,
would have seen Joey Olsen and Walter Matthews, but I don't
Matt.
know
Yeah, I
if
don't
they're
think
injured or something.
I don't think Walter Matthews. I think I just saw him with a jersey on. I could be wrong. Joey Olsen. I thought I seen him suited up, but
Okay,
yeah. That's kind of where it stands with that. But
yeah,
last year they said we didn't even have a tight end. They said we shouldn't even recruit tight ends because they.
yeah,
But all of a sudden, Miller Moss, he's running this thing and he's throwing it to these tight ends. Like I remember that tight end move going up the middle last year. It was available, but
yeah.
we just wasn't hitting it.
We wasn't, cause
Yeah,
you know, sometimes I always feel like when you have a quarterback who's too mobile, they only focus on they gonna run mostly, but then again, they only gonna focus on like a few select playmakers on the
that's it.
whole team. And
And that's
I
why we
like
didn't see those guys getting the ball.
yeah, that's why I'm excited about Juju because it looks like he's not gonna focus on being mobile so much, but more on distributing, just tacking the defense with his arm and his precision passing. So I'm hoping Ryder Lyons is the same way too, but he seems like he might be a little more mobile. But we'll see. But I love Miller, man, Miller and
Yeah.
everything. But the tight ends. I mean, shoot, Lake McCree looking out there looking like Dalton Kincaid.
like where has this like Lincoln Riley has activated him all of a
Yeah,
sudden off the
yeah.
off the I mean it's unbelievable, man. Yeah,
I
like
know
for real.
because
He was looking crazy.
I was talking to some Oregon fans, and they was like, "Yo, where the hell that tight end come from?" I said, "Man, he was there last year. We just didn't utilize him." Like, God,
Hey, hey, for real. He was
yeah,
out there, but man, it's like, but this could really just speaks to the whole complexion of the
yeah,
team has changed. Like you could tell this team is well coached, disciplined on both sides of the ball. What we seeing dog work do, Sean Nua, these
yeah,
guys, man, like I can't even believe that I'm looking at Anthony Lucas and Devin Tompkins and these guys and believe that they actually on our team. I'm
yeah,
serious because it's like that's how impactful these guys look to me now. Even just the weight gain, the 1,400 pounds, Anthony Lucas
oh
look
yeah,
like, I mean, this dude look like Willie McGinnis out there. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I heard some people saying, "Oh man, you know, Barrett kind of looked at it impressive. I'm like, he did. He's pushing people around, but just because he doesn't get a tackle, don't mean he's out there creating havoc. When he does
Right.
get on the field, he's getting the hurries, pressures. I say all that stuff. You got to account for all that. You know what I'm saying? We just have a lot of more. We have more depth that has been developed than what it was the previous seasons. And so, like, he's just gonna get spread around. Everybody gonna get in. We try to keep the D line healthy. But yeah, just looking forward and really happy, man. Just really happy. And I was when I saw Ty Jackson that committed, I said, "Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
yeah, yeah.
we
And
we
we got a
we,
couple.
we,
We got a
we
couple
there
more
now."
too, though. We got a couple
Yeah.
more. That's crystal ball right now. And
Oh,
oh well, let me put that up real quick while you on here because I was gonna show some guys that. Here it is right here. This is Jerome Miles, the wide receiver. Jerome Miles
oh
from
yes.
Corner Canyon, Utah. He's crystal ball to USC. And then you're gonna see, I can't even pronounce the other guy's name, but it's a big time defensive edge guy, 4-star guy out of I can't even see the name on there. Um, where is his name at? But anyway, we got two of them. He is from let me see, Seamolt Katongi. I hope I'm messing his name all up. I don't even want to. But anyway, but yeah, those two guys are crystal ball to USC. So I think we're getting ready to see a whole lot of that right now.
Yeah.
Guys are being crystal ball because Rocker Lions any day now could probably make that commitment. And I think us as a whole, all those guys. And here I'm going to say this because I was talking to somebody about this. All those guys that went to Oregon that didn't believe in this USC team, I really even guys like somebody said, Jay, how you think Jason Zantamilla feeling right now? Because I believe that there
Yep.
was a narrative that was out there for this USC football team. The media was putting a narrative out there that USC is you're not gonna go nowhere with them. The coaching, the defense, you don't want to go there. So you had all these guys leave now, and not even what's the other guy? Itty that went to Florida State, the big offensive
Oh yeah,
lineman.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I can't remember his first name. So these guys, I feel like they're gonna be wishing that they never would have decommitted from USC because right
Yeah.
now we look like we own something different right now, man, for real.
Yeah, we look better than a lot of the teams the recruits that we were trying to get the past 2 seasons. And the teams that they playing on now, like Peyton Woodyard and a whole bunch of
Yeah,
other guys. I mean, I see a lot of those guys. A lot of them guys
they're
ain't
not even
even
playing.
starting. They not even playing like that.
I got a homeboy. His son called. Well, he called me. He called me a few minutes. Well, about 45 minutes ago. He was like, "What's up, Jay? Do you see the game?" He's like, "Yeah, I was out there. Just got back from Oregon." He said, "What you think?" I said, we chopped it up for a minute, and I said, "How's certain guys? How's this guy? How's Roger Pleasant? How's Dakota Fields?" He said, "Man, I don't even be seeing a lot of them guys." He said, "I think Roger got in there a little bit, but not really." He said, "I don't see a lot of them guys that's
Exactly.
from LA, man." And I was just like, "Wow, everybody be thinking that the grass is greener on the other side,
That's
and
true.
we really tried to, they brought in for Peyton Woodyard, and there's no knock on these kids. They getting their education, so shout out to them. But they
Yeah.
brought in Troy Polamalu, they brought in these different guys, man. They went all out to really try to get these guys to commit. And you just kind of gotta wonder what they're thinking now.
Yeah, that's true. I wish they probably would have. I wish they would have stayed and gave it a shot. Like even with Tackett Curtis, as bad as he looked last year and all the favoritism he was getting, if he would have just waited it out and just seen what Lincoln Riley was going to do, he probably would have been shining up in this defense.
Absolutely. So,
But
so
yeah,
yeah, man. So what's your last thoughts and everything that you want to say, man, as far as where you think we're going with this thing this year?
um, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to say I'm going to go week by week that we've been
Yeah,
looking good and we've been consistent.
yeah.
We're about to enter Big Ten play now, so that's all
It's
that.
it's
That's the
about
biggest
yeah,
focus. Big Ten. I think Lincoln gonna prep these guys up so good. So cause we're gonna be off for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
yeah.
It, I don't know. Could it hurt us or not? But I know we're gonna be prepared. I just hope that we stay be consistent and stay poised because we going into an atmosphere now where that atmosphere is crazy as heck out there.
The
And
good thing about it though is that when you look at that LSU game, because I
yes,
was the same thing you mentioned it right now, I was worried about that. I was just wondering how our guys were going to respond because I knew it was like 60-40 or 70-30
yeah,
LSU. You know, they said they had a lot. So, but it was a hostile environment. It was loud, and I really liked the way that team performed under pressure.
fresh,
And so
yeah,
I think in the big house, it's going to be a little louder, but I do think, you look at what Texas did. I do think we can have that same. I think we got better coaches than Texas. So I just really
yeah,
believe that these guys are going to prep them up right.
yeah. I got two things last thing, and then I got to get off.
Oh, you good?
Um, our receivers, drop balls. They got to keep their eyes on the ball before they just go out there and jump the play and start doing what they're trying to do.
Real
They
tough.
got a little too antsy, and that shows the inexperience that they have. And secondly, shoot, man, I would love for the playoffs. When the 12, once we get to the playoffs, I want us to get Texas. I would love for us to get that matchup with
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah,
You know, they beat us in the national title, and then I know we beat them. We played them 2 more times, and we split. But nothing. You got to beat them in the postseason. That's where it matters. You got to really
yeah,
get that revenge in that postseason. Like, hey, I
yeah.
got to get you. So I
Well,
will agree.
when you talk about that game, bro, I still
Yeah,
never forgive the referees. That knee,
well,
Vince's knee was down, but I'm not gonna get that knee. I can't even. Sometimes I have sleepless nights because of that. But I ain't even
me
gonna go
too.
to it. I mean, it's crazy. But you know what I mean? It's
I feel
crazy.
you. I feel you, man. But man,
Yeah.
fight on, fight on.
All
I
right.
got love for you. Always doing your thing, and I'll tap back in with you, big dog.
Likewise, big dog. Be easy. Take it easy. All
You
right,
too.
fight on. All right, man. So we definitely appreciate him. Let me say to Dale Milford, thank you for the super chat. You says you're a Michigan fan. You says I appreciate your voice representing SC fans. Your enthusiasm is refreshing, and I love the positivity considering all the media negativity and USC hating. Hey, thank you very, very much. Are you a Michigan fan? That looked like a Michigan hat. But hey, whatever the case, hey, thank you very much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that, man. Listen, you guys tap in. Jeff, what's up, my man? Oregon spends like $30 million on that team and can't keep Gabriel from getting sacked. Listen, I heard Gabriel got sacked 3 times yesterday against a team of the same quality we shut out. Yeah, absolutely. Boise State, Utah State, those guys play in the same conference. And so let me get to the USD Priority. What's up, my man? Conley, Stevens, Newby, Fountain, Jai, Gallegos, Marcellus, Carlon, B-Jack. Man, look, I've been trying to tell so many people it's so much talent out there. It is straight up go time. Let me get to some of these super chats. Let me put this link for those who didn't see it because it's so many comments coming through. Somebody might have missed that link. But we got people tapping in. If you want to come in just like he did just now, come on in, man. Let's talk about it. And we'll keep this thing moving and grooving. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Anthony, Bear was getting double and triple. Yeah, absolutely. They always gonna target him. The DC won't be there more than. Hey, look, man. I'm not even gonna think about that. But I get what you're saying. He's performing at such a high level right now that look, somebody's gonna be looking at him. He is, man. He's incredible. Brian, what's up, big dog? What's the word? David Davis, building the foundation, gents. We're on track to doing something special. I totally agree with that. Coach Rowe. Coach, come on, tap on in if you. He is tapping in. Man, I was just saying, Coach, tap
what's
in,
good,
man.
baby?
Man, what's the word, man? Hey,
you missed us this morning. I thought you were going. I thought for sure I was going to see you this morning. You missed us this morning.
I watched it. I rewatched it. I didn't realize I was at church. But were you guys live?
Yeah, we go live. We go live at 9:30. We go. Live
I thought
at
you were
9
live
a.m.
because I seen you made a comment on your show, and I was like, "Who's he talking to?" But when you rewatch it, you can't see the comments like that.
Yeah. We go live at 9 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. But if the game is over, we're gonna go right after the game. Hey, but real quick, Jay, because I don't want to steal your shine. This is
no, man, no. You need to stay on and talk about. Tell them where you could be found out real quick before you in the show, the actual show, and where you can be found out real quick.
Oh yeah, we're on the LA Football Network, Salute to Troy podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Play, everything you have. You go to lafootballnetwork.com. We got articles and everything. We got a whole network going on, man.
Absolutely. So, Coach, your big takeaways, man, what you saw on defense and offense.
Hey, so my biggest takeaway on defense is that the defense is good, man, and so like I said earlier, there's a big difference between this year and last year, right?
Absolutely.
Last year we win that game 48-20.
Yeah.
You know, this year we shut them out. Offensively, so we're about to start this big debate on who's the best transfer, Woody Marks, Marshawn Lloyd, or Travis Dye. I'm a big Woody Marks fan.
Me
Woody
too.
Marks is, I think, way better than those two. And he's going to get a lot of rushing yards. If you saw my show from Thursday, the prep show, I legit said, you run power, still the backside, there's going to be a bunch of lanes because the way the way Utah State runs their defense. And that's all they did. The drop passes, it is what it is, you know.
They'll get those, yeah. They'll get those.
The drop passes on offense was, you know, that's just them being young and them getting excited. It is what it is. Like, that right there, Jacoby Lane probably never drop a pass again his whole career at USC. You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing with Zach Branch. It's okay. That's not a big deal. But what I will say this, and this is something we really need to think about and really consider. And you look at the landscape. This is a really good team. It's always been a really good team with really good talent. And now they're in a really good place with really good coaching. Who, besides Ohio State, who's better than USC in the Big Ten?
I don't see any. Did you see that? Did you see that Ohio State comment that I put up? I put this comment up. This is from an Ohio State fan. This is from a video I did yesterday. It was a pregame. He says Ohio State and USC in the Big Ten championship. He says Penn State, Oregon, and Michigan. He said they all questionable. That was just yesterday. So that really speaks to what you're saying. And my thing is, like, and Ohio State fans are recognizing this. Like, they really could see that USC is the one that we need to be looking at right now.
And then so, like, all right, we get the week off, right? We basically have 2 weeks to prepare for Michigan. We'll be in Michigan in 2 weeks. Michigan's not good up front. You know what I mean?
They're not.
And defensively, they run a lot of man. And I think Lincoln Riley will figure the man stuff out. But offensively, they don't have a quarterback. They don't have an offensive line that's great. You know what I mean? And I think we could get after them. I think Danton Lynn can really put together a game plan in 2 weeks that could stop them. That's going to be a big game. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot on it, just like it was 2 Sundays ago. And that's fine. But when you look at Penn State's going to be a big game. Wisconsin's going to be a big game because of the storyline behind it. Nebraska, they got the dude.
That's kind of the one I'm looking at now. That's like,
Nebraska.
You know, they may be the one that we got to kind of pay attention to.
I think the dude at Nebraska who has personality issues and thinks he's Patrick Mahomes. I think he's okay right now, but he's not there yet.
When he get a coordinator that really can add some pressure and blitzes from all over and cause some confusion, that might be a problem.
And we haven't seen that yet. And Nebraska can run the ball. You know what I mean? And I think, LSU was able to run the ball a little bit. So we'll see what that would be legit big boy Big Ten football everybody's been talking about for a long time. So we'll see that. But at this point in time, and there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go, and I don't know for sure. But if you look at it right now and where we are, we're looking at playing in a Big Ten championship against Ohio State, and we're looking at maybe a number 5 seed if we lose, a number 2, 3, because they're always going to give the SEC the best. So a number 2 seed, and we're looking at a bye if we win. Like this has potential. And I'm not saying it is.
And we could play at home. We could play at home too, right?
Correct. We're for sure looking at a home game, but like I'm not saying it is, but this has potential to be a regular season of going undefeated. It has the potential.
I don't think people really understand. Like, seriously, the way these guys, like what the way they did it as a collective group last night, and then we didn't see a drop off. I mean, I really want people to understand, and I don't want them to really hear our talk right now because I'm pumping them up because I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Anthony
Right.
Lucas, these guys looking crazy.
No, and you're seeing, and like I said, the talent was always there. And like if you watched my show last year, I always say they're not being put in the best situation possible to succeed. Look how much better Gentry is. Gentry's playing so much better
It's
football, and he's in
crazy.
the same position. He's put in a better position to succeed. Like Lincoln Riley needed to improve a lot in the off season, and we're looking at all the improvements he's made, and look what it does to his team, and it puts his team in the best situation possible to win football games. And that's exactly what's going on. This team is every week his team goes in, SC will be put in the best situation possible to win football games. Now things happen, right? Ball's going to bounce the wrong way. It might just be a bad day, and that's happened. We have to remember that these are kids. You know, they just might not show up, and that's okay. But we're in a playoff system now to where we can afford one loss. But
Yeah.
who's the loss against, right? It has to be a quality loss. But right now, this team that you're looking at is a very good playoff team. This team that you're looking at, like the last dude that was just on, like I don't want to see Texas early in the playoffs. I want to see Texas January 20th. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want that
Yeah.
rematch. Like that. Those are the teams that at this point where we are now, we have to start comparing ourselves to Ohio State, Texas, Georgia. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we need to compare ourselves to those teams. Do we match up good enough against those teams? And can we beat those teams in the playoff? And can we beat those teams in the championship? And that's the caliber of football we're playing right now.
Yeah.
So right
Let
now,
me
I'm
ask you.
impressed, man.
I got a question for you because I was telling somebody, and I think a lot of people get it twisted when I say this, but there was a stat that came out that PFF said 2.5 seconds Miller held the ball opposed to Caleb holding it for 3.5 seconds, and that puts a lot of stress on an offensive lineman. But what's your thoughts on Caleb opposed to Miller, and him just having the ability to sit in that pocket opposed to like we see, Caleb sometimes will go out the pocket.
So, and I think I've told you this before when we talked in the past, Jay. Caleb and Miller Moss are two different quarterbacks,
Right.
right? And there was a comment that came out that Lincoln Riley said, I'll be able to run a better offense with Miller Moss than I did with Caleb. We're not taking anything away from Caleb. We're not taking anything away
No.
from his athletic ability, but Caleb is more of a Ben Roethlisberger, Patrick Mahomes. Like he's like abstract. He makes things on the go. Miller Moss, and I said this on my podcast on Thursday. Miller Moss is probably one of the most pro-ready quarterbacks in the college football game today. He's going to sit in his pockets. He's going to progress with his reads. He knows when the pressure's coming. He could feel it. He could take the hit. He could keep up and keep going. Now, the plus about Miller Moss is he's a gunslinger. He can make a mistake, and he'll get back up like, all right, it's fine. I threw a pick. We're good. Let's just keep moving. Nothing really gets to Miller Moss. He's kind of like unfortunately, he's like a duck. The water just rolls off of his back, which is
You
really
don't know what
good.
he's thinking. No expression, no anything. You don't know anything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that 2.5 seconds is amazing. And you see him catch the ball and get it out. You see him go through his reads. You see him progressing. Now, does that make him better than Caleb? No. He's just different. He's a different quarterback that we're seeing. It doesn't make him better than Caleb. But eventually, we need to start talking about putting number 7 in the turnstile in a banner because Miller Moss deserves Heisman talks. Like he's
that dude, man.
Caliber quarterback.
And then everybody thought it was a fluke with the Louisville game, but then he did it against LSU. Now he did it. I mean, this dude, he is what he is. And so would it be a fair statement that I will say that he exceeded your expectations, or it's about what you already thought about him?
I already thought that. I thought that 2 years ago when I started this podcast. I was like, we have a backup quarterback, and his name is Miller Moss, and he's better than what people think he is. And then when he played in the Louisville game, I'm like, I'm not worried about Miller Moss being in this game because Miller Moss is good, and you're going to see a different offense.
Yeah,
and he did exactly what we expected him to do, right? Like I knew how good he was because he was at the University of Southern California with Lincoln Riley. Jaden Mayava. We already got a preview of what we're going to see with Jaden Mayava. We're going to see a little bit more Caleb Williams with Jaden Mayava, but it's going to be great, right? We have the ability to see 3 Heisman Trophy quarterbacks under Lincoln Riley within 6 to 7 years.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing, right? And that's what you're seeing. Now, Now, when I say it doesn't mean it's exactly going to happen. Listen to what I'm saying. We have the ability to see it, and a lot of things have to go right. But the way they're recruiting, what they're doing, the 2026 class is mostly California kids. They're starting to recruit California. They're starting to pick up guys. The transfer portal is guys who wants to be at USC and not guys chasing money. The NIL is one of the top 5 NILs in the nation now. So we're competing with SEC schools. We're putting everything in place to become a national contender consistently. We're already a blue blood program, but we're returning to the prominence that we were at, and they're doing all the right things to do that.
Man, I totally agree with you, man. And I think this bye week, and I think that we'll be okay with the bye week is just getting this rest. We came into LSU all the way prepared. I think we'll come prepared for this game coming up to Michigan. Are you going to the game?
To the Michigan game?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to the Michigan game. Right? I have a 6-month-old baby right now, so.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So next year will be all my travel stuff. I get to see places. Hopefully they're not playing in Happy Valley. I want to go to Happy Valley.
I really want to go there.
Yeah.
They probably play there next year.
I've been to Lincoln. I was on the SC team that went to Lincoln and beat Nebraska. So I've been to Lincoln.
Yeah.
I've seen that one before.
That was Was that 08? No.
2007.
2007. Yeah. Okay.
2007.
That's right. That's right. Well, man, Coach, I definitely appreciate you, man. Anytime, man, you don't even just come on in, man. You already know.
Yeah, good deal. No, and I just happened to pop up on YouTube like, oh, Jay's live. But yeah, and then I just want to let you know this Thursday, the show that comes out Friday is when I put the all the whiteboard stuff up. So
yeah, I want to see that, man. For those who don't know, this Coach Rowe, man, look, he does all the X's and O's thing, man, and he's real good at it, man. Real good. Yeah. You're probably gonna do some of Deion Lynn's defense.
Yeah, I did the Deion Lynn's defense for the LSU game, and then I'm gonna do it again. It's hard to get filmed because my connect kind of like he stopped sending it to me, but I can pull some of his UCLA stuff up, and I could show why they're good and the numbers that they do. So that was actually my plan for this Thursday. So you're kind of a mind reader, so I'll tell you why Deion Lynn is so successful.
Okay. Well, tap in with LAFD Network. They'll be on there, man. They got their YouTube channel. FD. Yeah, LAFD. Yeah. And they'll be
B as in boy.
FB. My bad. I'll be jacking it up. My bad. But they on there, man. They do a phenomenal job, man. I like all 3 of those guys, man. Ryan and then Coach, man. They do. And then the master articulate guy, man. He just has those words. He be saying all kinds of stuff, man. I really like the way he be coming. But look, Jamal, tap in with those guys, man. They do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, good deal, Jay. I appreciate you for having me, man. Hey, this looks like it's going to be a great season. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and we'll be all right. Absolutely,
man. Well, thank you for coming on, my brother, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I'll see you next Sunday, Jay. I'll tap in with you.
All right, fam.
Next Sunday, in 2 weeks, I'll tap in with you.
Yeah, come on, man. Every time you want. Fight on, my brother. All right, my brother. Stay blessed. All right, man. So look, let me get to some of these super chats. Thank you, Ray. You said it's Oregon, sponsored by Nike, but on the field, if you didn't know, you would think they're sponsored by Zips. Zips. USC is being totally disrespected. Yeah, they are being disrespected. Yeah, it was good to have Coach Rowe on here, man. Hey, David. Hey, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, David Davis. Thank you very much. I'm getting to all these real quick. Keep up the great reporting, Jay. Hey, thank you guys very much, man. Thank everybody for tapping it. John Cicilla, what's the word? Hey, thank you, my brother. I was at, man, you didn't tell me you were going to the game, man. Are you still talking about the Michigan game? Well, hey, I'll holler at you. I was at the game, and the team did what they were supposed to do. Dominate. So happy to see the second and even the third units getting playing time. The first shutout against a team that last week had 600 yards. And this is the first time since 2011. Yes. Hey, thank you for the super chat, John. Let me know if you're still talking about the Michigan game. I think I might try to hit it. Christian, I appreciate you. Before we crown OSU, can we see them play against a team in the top 100? Yeah, I agree. We'll see how Will Howard does. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk crap. But they are a good team. They got a lot of talent. I'll see. 12-0 is where I'm at with it. Nebraska quarterback was not that impressive. Anthony, what's the word? What's the word? So look, man, I will close this thing up if I'm gonna get to a couple more comments. Those who the chat is in there, those who want to tap in, I appreciate everybody for coming on. Let me take a picture of this. We got around 600 people in here right now, and I definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Between YouTube and Twitter, it is about 600 people. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Lincoln knows how to. Yes, he does. Absolutely, he absolutely does. The angry Trojan in the house. Fight on, angry Trojan. We're going to be angry with everybody on the field. We're playing good football, but we don't have a lot of underclassmen depth. You know what? I think we got more depth than what a lot of people think, though. But we're doing okay. As long as, look, you saw last night, we had quite a few guys get in. As we stated, linebacker-wise, Desmond Stevens, Rajon Davis, we had some guys get in. And I think we'll be okay, provided we stay healthy, though. I agree to an extent. Let me get to some of these other ones, super chats real quick. Let's see here. It's all the way down. It's a lot of Phil. What's up, my man? Big J, I'm on the plane. You on the way to Hawaii? Hey, man. Hey, fight on all the way to Hawaii, man. You guys, you and the wife, you guys make sure you enjoy that trip, man. Look, if you're not on a boat, you on a plane, man. You always hit me on here on a boat or a plane. Fight on, though. Enjoy that trip to Hawaii, man. I definitely appreciate you. Life is good. Almost forgot to shower last night. I ain't gonna forget to shower, big dog. Hey, you got to. Hey, man, come on, man. You got to reassess some things real quick. You said first class. Hey, first class all the way to Hawaii. So look, we touched on a couple things. I'm gonna do a video, man. I'm gonna break down this AP poll because I am sick of that mess. Anyone know what injured Keelan? I didn't even hear him get injured. Keelan O'Connor had last night. I gotta mention somebody about that. Hey, what's up, my man? I had no idea. Let's go. Gentry on beast mode. Ramsey, number 7. Hey, both of those dudes, man, they are absolutely ridiculous. Hey, so look, I am out of here. Didn't want to go over an hour. It's right at an hour and 2 minutes. Look, time flies by when you're having a lot of fun, man. So look, I definitely appreciate everybody. Let's see. I didn't know he was carted off the field, man. I don't know how I missed that. I must have got up for a second. I think Maryland is kind of good. Yeah, they okay. No, he's gone. Tua brother gone, man. Tua, big dog. Brenton, how you like that win last night, man? What you think about them Trojans, man? Hey, are you saying 12-0 or what? Hey, fight on. The distance to travel there is crazy, though. Yeah, Tua brother gone. So look, I am about to get out of here. Didn't want to be on too long. We got that hour in, man. I appreciate everybody. We had a few guests to come on. Appreciate everybody. I really didn't get to all my information that I had down here, but you guys, well, I'll go over some of that later. Shout out to this guy right here. Yeah, shout out to this guy. Coach Henny. Coach Henny was there representing with Aaron Donald. Big shout out to them. I love Coach Henny, man. I love what he represents. You guys know the mentality of this team has absolutely changed because of Coach Henny. And big, I'm saying salute. If Coach Henny, if you're watching, big salute to you because we know that you were the one that helped change the fabric of this team. And we appreciate you. We went over some information earlier, man, for those who didn't see. But big shout out to Coach Henny, man. So look, hey, yes, I think 12-0 is possible, man. 12-0 is absolutely possible. I'm rolling with that. You guys know I said 10-2. I've officially moved off of 10-2 as of yesterday. I've moved off of that because now that I go down the schedule and things change, I have a right? I have an opportunity. Everybody based on some results, like nobody, some of these teams that are folding, some of these teams that look like they're falling apart, I have a right and to be able to change, and I've changed it from 10-2 to 12-0. I don't like the way some of these teams look. I don't even like the way Oregon looks. Oregon, it looks lost in the sauce. I don't think that they have a talent problem. I think they have a chemistry problem. So, yes, I'm changing mine to 12-0. I think it's very, very possible. If I go down the list, I could just go down the list. Michigan, I feel like that's a very winnable game. Wisconsin, I feel like that's a winnable game. Nebraska, I think they're going to be – they look better, but as my man stated that was on here, I think if we had some pressure, dial up some different blitz. Because, see, Dylan Raiola, this is not Colorado. You know, we put up different blitz. You're not going to be just running around looking like Joe Montana out there. We're gonna bring some fire to you. And I believe that Deontay Lynn could do that, as we see with other quarterbacks that he's done it with as well. So look, I think Nebraska, winnable. Who else do we got? Washington, I think they're winner. That's winnable, even though we go there and play. Notre Dame, Lord knows. I mean, we haven't even talked about that. Notre Dame is lost in the tomato sauce. I mean, they lost in the sweet and sour sauce, and they lost in the barbecue sauce. I mean, how in the world? It's going to be on Marcus Freeman right now. They're going to be all on him. So look, man, I am about to get up out of here. We have to, let me move this out the way so I can see. We have to see the teams by their 5th or 6th game. Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, some of this stuff, I tell you what, I see us by our 1 and 2 game, and right now, I like how sharp we look. That much I can tell you. I like how sharp we look. So, yes, they are lost in Alfredo sauce, big time, big time. Congratulations to Caleb. Yes, he did. It was 24 to whatever that was, but he needs some more help on that team. I think he need a lot. They need to get the offensive line straight too. But yeah, shout out to Caleb. I think we had 3 USC quarterbacks. I can't even remember them all, but 3 USC quarterbacks that won today. That was in action today, I believe. So look, I'm out of here, man. Until later on. Yeah, that's right. 24-17. That's right. So look, until later on, everybody stay blessed, man. You guys know I will have something in the morning. Sam Donald. Yeah, Sam Donald balled out. So I will have something later on in the morning. So until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.